You have been told to be kind, to be patient, to give another chance. You have also been told that real love endures everything. Here is the hard truth. There are patterns that do not heal with kindness. They only stop when you can name them and step out. This video is not about hating men. It is about protecting your energy and recognizing tactics that quietly drain it. Jung reminds us that what stays unconscious runs the show. When you cannot see the pattern, you explain it away. You call it stress, you call it chemistry, you call it complicated. Once you see it, the spell breaks, your body settles, your choices get clean. This is the shift we are after today. We will map 3 early patterns that show up in dangerous dynamics. Love bombing, followed by withdrawal, gaslighting, and reality edits. Triangulation and jealousy hooks. You will learn how they work in the nervous system, why they are addictive, and what to do the moment you notice them. You do not need more effort. You need clarity and a plan. Your peace is more valuable than any apology that never becomes action. Love bombing, then withdrawal. At the start he moves fast. Messages the moment you wake up. Future talk after the second date. Big compliments that make you feel seen in a way you have not felt in years. Your system links him with relief and excitement. Then the temperature drops. Replies slow down. Plans become vague. Affection shows up only when you pull away. You strain to get back the beginning. That is the hook. This cycle works because of intermittent reinforcement. Your brain bonds to the variable reward, not to the person. High peak, sudden dip, small hit right before you give up. Casinos are built on this schedule. Trauma bonds are, too. The more you try to earn the high again, the deeper the bond becomes. Protection begins with pace. Real intimacy is not a sprint. It has room for questions, boundaries, and no. Let the words prove themselves across weeks, not days. Keep your life intact. Keep sleep, work, friends, movement, prayer. If you catch yourself negotiating for basic respect, that is a siren. When you start tracking how long it has been since the last affection hit, step back. Do not collapse your world to meet his rush. Practical filter. Watch consistency across 3 areas. Time. Does he show up when he says he will? Energy. Does the warmth stay stable after you set a boundary? Integrity. Do actions match promises without pressure from you? If 2 out of 3 are shaky, do not solve it with more access. Solve it with space. Slow is not boring. Slow is safe. Consistent is sexy. Predictable is peaceful. The right man will match your pace without punishment. Gaslighting and reality. Rewrites. Gaslighting is not only loud accusations. Most of the time, it is quiet. A story told today that does not match yesterday. Jokes that cut, and then a claim that you are too sensitive. Plans that were clear becoming foggy the moment you ask for clarity. The goal is simple. Make you doubt your senses so that you rely on his version of reality. Here is how it lands in the body. Your stomach tightens, but your mind scrambles to be fair. You search for a reason that makes him right. You stop trusting your first feeling. Once that trust is gone, you become easy to manage. You will accept the edited story just to end the tension. That is the trap. Your counter is calm evidence and simple language. Write things down for yourself. Keep notes of agreements and dates. Not to win fights, but to anchor your mind when the room starts to spin. When you address it, use clear, low, drama sentences that state what happened and how it lands on you. Avoid endless debates. A safe man clarifies and repairs. A dangerous man attacks your memory, flips blame, or changes the topic to your tone. Signals to trust. You leave conversations more confused than when you entered. You apologize for things you did not do. You start hiding normal needs to keep the peace. You stop sharing with friends because you are tired of explaining. These are not small issues. They are the early signs that your reality is being edited. Boundaries to practice. Shorten the loop. If the story keeps changing, stop rehashing it. Restate your boundary once, then reduce contact. Create time away after conflicts instead of rushing to fix them. Protect your anchors. Sleep, food, movement, people who tell you the truth. When you must collect proof to feel sane, the room is already unsafe. You do not need the perfect words. You need the exit plan. Triangulation and jealousy hooks. Triangulation looks like this. He keeps an X in the wings. He mentions a woman who understands him better. He tells you someone flirted and watches your face. He frames it as honesty. The effect is not honesty. It is a test. Will you compete for your place? Scarcity triggers pursuit. You work harder for attention that should be offered freely. This tactic also splits your focus. Instead of assessing his character, you start measuring yourself against other women. You lose center. You chase proof that you are special. That tension is the fuel he uses to keep control. When you try to win, you become easy to manage. Your boundary is clarity and non-participation. Do not fight ghosts. State your standard once. You do not share emotional space with side stories. You do not continue if exes are still active or if strangers are used to provoke you. After that, watch behavior. If he cleans it up quickly and consistently, good. If triangles remain, step back. Attention with conditions is not a gift. It is a lever. How to keep your center. Refuse comparisons. Limit social media checks. Do not stalk the other woman. That is not your curriculum. Your work is to watch your own tells. Do you abandon sleep to monitor his moves? Do you accept dates that hurt just to keep access? Do you excuse humiliations as tests of your patience? If yes, press pause. No one healthy asks you to erode your dignity to prove love. A good partner moves in the opposite direction. He makes the room safe. He closes old loops before opening new ones. He protects the connection from outside noise. He never uses jealousy to get leverage. When a man keeps triangles alive, he is telling you his plan without words. Believe what you see. Choose the life where you do not have to fight for a chair each time the music stops. If you feel stuck between his promises and his distance, the Jung Method can help. It shows the hidden patterns of love and desire that keep you waiting and how to step out with self-respect. The link is pinned in the first comment. Being too available kills the spark. A common trap is believing that constant availability proves value. You answer within seconds. You keep entire evenings open. You cancel plans the moment he texts. It looks like devotion, yet it removes the tension that desire needs to stay alive. When access is unlimited, curiosity fades. When curiosity fades, effort stops. Desire grows where there is rhythm, connection and space, presence and pause. If you are always on call, he never has to reach. He never has to wonder where your attention is. He never builds the muscle of showing up with intention. The result is a lopsided dance where you do the moving and he does the receiving. Protect your value with structure. Keep your non-negotiables: sleep, work, training, time with friends, creative hours, spiritual practice. Put his requests inside your real schedule instead of tearing your schedule to fit his impulses. Respond when you can respond. Meet when you can meet. A woman with a full life is not cold. She is calibrated. Her yes carries weight because her time has shape. Use a simple filter. Does he respect plans you already made? Does he follow through? After you say no to a last-minute invite, does he adapt when you set a boundary about late-night calls? Men who are safe rise to a clear standard. Men who are risky punish limits. If a limit gets mocked or ignored, it is not a small thing. It is an early map of how your energy will be treated. Give your presence edges. Let your messages end for the night. Let your phone rest while you rest. Let your hobbies and goals stay alive. Your absence is not a game. It is a signal to your nervous system that you are not in danger and do not need to chase. The spark he craves returns when you stop supplying constant flame. Make room for him to step toward you on purpose. Confidence makes him crave you. Love without confidence feels like need. Need bends. Need pleads. Need studies every silence and calls it a threat. Confidence is different. Confidence is steady breath. It is eye contact that is kind and direct. It is a spine that stays tall when someone hesitates. It says, I know my worth, and I treat it like something real. Confidence changes the room. It slows the pace of panic. It keeps you from sending a third paragraph that explains what the first already said. It lets you tolerate a pause without inventing a story that you are losing. Men notice this field. They feel safer around it because it is not chaotic. They feel challenged by it because it asks them to bring their best. Confidence is more than posture. It is practice. Speak in short sentences when you are tempted to over-explain. Choose a boundary you can keep and keep it. Say no once and let the no stand without a thesis. Reward consistency, not intensity. Celebrate your own wins so your self-worth does not hinge on his reply. This is how confidence becomes muscle and not a quote on a screen. Confidence also sets quiet consequences. You do not threaten to leave. You simply do not chase after you are disrespected. You do not audition for the role of the understanding woman. You give feedback once and you watch what he does with it. If he adjusts, good. If he deflects, you do not fold. Men crave this energy because it is rare. It is not the loud power of domination. It is the grounded power of choice. Remember this test. Do I feel smaller when I am near him? If you shrink, your system is telling you that the dynamic is wrong for your worth. Step back until your shoulders drop and your breath returns. Confidence begins there. A woman who refuses to shrink will not have to beg to be seen. She is already visible to herself, and that is what a healthy man wants to stand beside. Let him feel he could lose you as long as he believes you are permanent. He has no urgent reason to decide. Certainty without commitment breeds delay. The moment he senses that your attention is not guaranteed, something important wakes up. Not panic that you will punish him. Awareness that you are a person with a life that moves forward. Let this happen. Without theater, you do not post bait to trigger jealousy. You do not make speeches about your value. You live like your value is true. You go to bed on time. You stop arguing the same point. You decline the late invite so you can keep your morning strong. You invest in your friendships and your work. You take care of your health. You take up space in your own plans. This creates a clean tension. He starts to wonder what you are doing when you are not messaging. He notices that his last-minute habits do not move you. He feels the line between access and privilege. Healthy men respond to this with clarity. They set plans in advance. They confirm without pressure. They bring solutions to problems they caused. Risky men respond with blame. They accuse you of being distant so they can avoid the mirror. You are not manipulating when you step back. You are telling the truth with your time. You are saying, I will not spend my days in a waiting room. That truth is powerful because it cannot be debated. He either steps forward or he gets left behind by the natural motion of your life. Try this experiment for 2 weeks. Remove apologies for normal needs. Shorten your replies when the topic is circular. Replace checking on him with checking in with yourself. Track how you sleep and eat and move. Notice how much calmer you feel when you stop managing his feelings. From that calm, choose what level of access he has earned. Loss is a teacher. If he feels that he could lose you, he will either grow or show you who he is. Both answers free. You, the woman who chooses herself, is unforgettable. At the center of every pattern in this video is one decision. Choose yourself first. This is not selfish, it is alignment. When you choose yourself, you stop bargaining for basic respect. You stop writing long defenses for simple boundaries. You stop asking love to arrive through the door of chaos. You pick a new door. Choosing yourself looks ordinary from the outside. You keep your word to your body. You keep your word to your goals. You keep your word to your friends. You honor your creative work, even when no one is watching. You let your faith or your values shape your days. You do not abandon these for sudden attention. You invite a partner to join you inside them. Men remember women who carry this standard. They feel different in the presence of a woman who belongs to herself. They feel invited to rise, not pushed to chase. They are either able to rise or they are not. When they cannot, the choice is not a fight. It is a path that splits because your direction is set. Bring the whole video into a single plan. Stop being constantly available. Build confidence through small kept promises. Let him feel the natural cost of indecision by living your life. Hold the frame that you choose yourself before you choose a relationship. If he is safe and ready, this plan will draw out his best. If he is unsafe or not ready, this plan will draw out the truth quickly. You do not need perfect words to earn respect. You need a standard that you live. Start tonight. Write 3 non-negotiables for the next month. Sleep window, movement window, creative window. Places access inside that shape. If you are treated with care, expand access. If your limits are tested, reduce access. Let behavior lead outcomes and keep your heart open to a relationship that meets you where you stand. Here is the final reminder. You are not an option waiting to be chosen. You are a woman choosing the shape of her life. From that choice, the right partner recognizes you and acts. From that choice, the wrong partner releases himself without a storm. From that choice, your energy stops leaking and starts building. This is how you stop being drained. This is how you become unforgettable.